Hey guys, it's Rebecca, independent Scentsy fragrance consultant. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a lot to share. I guess not a lot, but a little bit to share. So thank you for joining me. I'm so glad you're here. Please remember to click like and subscribe if you have not already done so. You may notice behind me may look a little different. I did some little switching around in my Scentsy room. Here is a little preview. Trying to just make it look a little more aesthetically pleasing. I love Scentsy warmers and I want to share them. And so I thought I'd just show what's behind me there. I'll go over all of them probably in another video. Won't do it now. Check out the TikTok because I will do a TikTok video on it. If you don't follow me on TikTok, my TikTok handle is sense_with_Rebecca. All right, you guys, the whole reason for this video is to talk about what I've been warming. I've been feeling a little under the weather this week. Remember, I'm a teacher by day, and January just can be draining for teachers. It's kind of hard to get back into the flow of things just from winter break. And then January is kind of, you got to hit the ground running and get these kids on track, especially for me because I do teach third grade and that is a testing grade. And so we have a state test to prepare for. And I always feel like I have to hit the ground running in January to make sure these kids are prepared to do their very best on the test. So January is just tiring. So this week I just kind of came home, went to bed very early. I made myself some Italian penicillin soup. I have no idea if it actually, I do believe it works. I'm not sure why, but that stuff is a miracle drug. Not even a drug, it's miracle food. And I guess if you eat the right things, you always hear those things. If you eat right, then that's like you don't need other things. So I recommend Italian penicillin soup. I will put in the comments how I make it. I like to take recipes that I find and kind of tweak them. It's just what I do. But anyway, it's basically chicken broth and onions, some garlic cloves, a couple celery stalks, and a few carrots. You boil that, puree it. Then it does call for pestina pasta, but where I live in Texas, that was not easy to find. And I decided just to leave it out this time. So I just threw in some shredded rotisserie chicken, put all that together, and it tastes amazing. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting one important ingredient, or I think it's important, is Parmesan cheese. I think that's what gives it the best flavor. And put all that in a nice warm bowl, piping hot, and it feeds my soul. It just makes me feel better. I actually ate a large bowl of it for lunch today, and I fully credit that with why I came home today just feeling so much better than I felt all week long. So if you're feeling a little ill, I highly recommend you try that soup. I think it's amazing. Okay, let's move on because the whole reason I'm here with you today in this video is to talk about what I've been warming this week. So it is a little heavier than a lot of my other videos, a lot of my other weeks. Here's my box here. I don't want to tilt it too much because everything will fall out. It's been a minute. Like I said, I wasn't feeling well. This kind of started for me on Monday. Monday was a holiday and I was very grateful to be off and be able to just kind of wrap up in a blanket on the couch because I was not feeling my best. All right, let's get started with what I've been using. Okay, here is Counter Clean. This is Squeeze the Day. I love Scentsy Counter Clean. It cleans like leading cleaners that do contain bleach. This doesn't, but it cleans just like it does. And it smells absolutely amazing. There's no harsh chemical smell to it. And I just like to stand there and sniff away after I've used it because that's how good it smells. This is a 16-ounce bottle. It does take me 6 weeks, I'm going to guess. I go maybe 6 weeks. I go through maybe about a bottle every month and a half, every 6 weeks, sometimes longer. It just depends if we're home more, which in the winter we are. And obviously we'll clean the counters more, but in the summers we tend to be out doing more, not using the kitchen as often. So I feel like it lasts me a little longer. Maybe one bottle would last me most of the summer. But that's just because, like I said, we might be at the pool. We might be out playing with friends. We're just not at home using that kitchen as frequently as we would. And we are bad, or at least my daughter and I are bad to just kind of eat out somewhere, grab some fast food. I know it's horrible. It's just what we do. It's the fun of being on summer break, right? Okay. Sorry. Had to dip out of view for a minute. Okay, next I have these two, and I actually just put these in my Scentsy Air Quad. Autumn Road Trip and Pumpkin Roll. Yes, I know fall's kind of over, but I still have some of these pods. I don't have a ton of the pods left in the fall scents, but I thought, why not? They smell great. These two actually smell really amazing together. They're in the quad right now. I use my Scentsy Air Quad on the second floor of my home, mainly because that's kind of my daughter's play area. And when you have younger children, the wax can tend to slosh around, totally not their fault, on accident. And if you use these pods and they knock something over, which I'll get to the Scentsy Air Quad in a minute, but if they knock something over in one of these with the the Scentsy Air products, just pick it up and put it back together. There's no mess. Those pods are contained inside the little the little pod. It's amazing. I highly recommend them to anybody that has pets. I actually met a lady once at a vendor show, and she said, "Oh, I love Scentsy, but I can't have the wax anymore because I have these two mischievous cats, and they would, move the warmer. They'd jump from here to there, and they would make her warmer move, and obviously it would make the wax move." And I said, "Oh, well, look at these pods, And she goes, "Well, what happens if they knock them over?" I said, "You pick them up and put them back together." And she was like, "Oh, I love that." So there's my tip to you. If you have pets, especially cats, I have a mischievous cat. She does not get near my wax. I have it high enough that she just doesn't go around it. But not everybody is able to keep a warmer out of a cat's way. So I highly recommend those pods. Okay. Next is Glacier Water in the body cream. Okay. Here's a little tip on this. This isn't available right now. I usually will stock up on the body cream. And when I say stock up, I'll buy 3 or 4 tubes of the body cream because it is such a soft, rich, supple, amazing, just the way when it instantly goes on your skin and you can feel the hydration happening. These last quite a while. I may not use it every single day. I would use it more often in the winter. They are amazing. When you see these in a Scentsy sale, and you can always check out things, Scentsy always has a sales section. Go to my website, rebeccagrooms.scentsy.us, and check it out. It's not every month, but sometimes they will put them in there. And sometimes they do offer them. They usually in a bundle. It's just not something that Scentsy keeps stocked all the time. I so wish they did. They do have hand cream, but I love it when they have the body cream available because it is my favorite. Hand cream is great too. I just prefer the body cream. It's just a personal preference thing. The hand creams are great just to kind of keep in your purse or maybe in your car. Maybe you don't carry a purse, wherever, to keep handy. They're great. They do amazing. They make your hands feel amazing as well. My personal preference is just the body cream. Okay. Next is Washer Whiffs in Pistachio Woods. Okay. This was available on the website through the fall. Around Christmas, maybe it was after Christmas when they did take these off the website. So unfortunately, those are not available. They were on sale the day after Christmas in Pistachio Woods. There's plenty of other washer whiffs and other scents available. I feel like there's at least 5 or 6 scents available right now. Grab yourself some washer whiffs because, listen, there's another brand that scents your laundry. It smells good too, but it doesn't compare to Scentsy washer whiffs. So go check out my website, rebeccagrooms.scentsy.us. Go to laundry, check out the washer whiffs. The laundry liquid is amazing as well, you guys. So try some Scentsy laundry detergent. I absolutely love it. Okay, next is Cocoa Cashmere and the pod. I'm sure I have another one here. This was the scent of the month in December. It is still available on my website. Remember, that's rebeccagrooms.scentsy.us. I personally prefer this scent in the pod. I feel like the scent throw really was much better in the pod. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes the wax just is more subtle, and for whatever reason, the pod just kind of gets that scent out there better. I feel like this one lasted longer than most pods do. So go grab some of this. It is this amazing, nice, smooth scent with just a hint of chocolate, but it's not like, don't think of it as like a chocolate chip cookie chocolate. It's just The cocoa and the cashmere complement each other so well. I love this. I've got to buy some more for myself. Um, I I'm looking forward to more of this. This scent is amazing. Okay. Jingle Bell Balloons is another one. Yes, I know. Christmas is past, but this scent is just not so Christmassy. I don't know how to describe it. It's a nice fresh scent. I love Jingle Bell Bloom. So I did use this in my my Scentsy Air Quad. The Quad is the large one. It'll scent a much larger room. It does 4 pods. I do have a video up about it, so please go check it out. I did post it. You're gonna have to scroll back a little because I did do it over the summer. But the Air Quad is amazing. I have one in my classroom and I also have one in my home, second floor of my home. Okay. Sunshine Mango is another one. I really like to have the air, the plugins. They make a Scentsy Air that plugs into the wall. And I like to put these in there, especially near the front door, just so you can get a good whiff. I keep one in the bathroom as well, my half bath. It's amazing, guys. I love the Scentsy Air. I just love Scentsy Air products or Scentsy products in general. Doesn't have to be the air. I love them all. Okay. Wild Pine and Linen. I love this scent. This was new this year. So if you don't, I know you might not like the smell of pine. A lot of people kind of think pine sol. And you also might think Christmas, but it's not. It's a very fresh, very crisp, very clean scent. And clean scents are among my favorites. I love Wild Pine and Linen. It is available right now on my website, rebeccagrooms.scentsy.us. Go grate yourself a bar. While you're on there, know that you can get, because a lot of people will tend to buy 3 or 4 bars, but know that you can get, if you're buying 4, go ahead and get 6, because you're going to get a 10% discount. Go ahead and get 6. Trust me. Thank me later. Get the 6 and be just happy with your home smelling great. Okay. Next is Peppered with Kisses in the pod. This one definitely went in my half bath. Peppered with Kisses is not available on the website. Yes, I know. Why am I showing you? Anyway, this was the scent for the Valentine's collection last year, or it wasn't the only scent. It was my favorite scent from the Valentine's collection last year. I just happened to have a couple of these left over because I liked it so much. I did end up buying some, and I know there was some in a sale, so I probably bought a couple more sometime over the summer. And I think this is my last one. I'm sure I have one more in the box over here, but I've definitely used them up. I was surprised that I still had some. I'd actually forgotten about it. I moved in May, and I think that's where I lost my Peppered with Kisses. Okay. Next, and I know that I have 3 of these, we'll find the other one in a minute, was Lemon, Sugar, and Sage. You guys, this was the scent of the month for June. It is the most amazing lemon scent. It's like a sweet scent, but then it has that sage in there with it, and it's my favorite. It's in my Scentsy Club. I get 2 bars. I don't know if I get it every month or every 3 months. But I'm in love with this scent. And Scentsy is going to have to say, we're done. We're not making this anymore for me to stop with this one, because I love to put it in my kitchen. Okay. Here's one. If you've watched enough of my videos, you know that I love this one. Quick story on this one. This one's Sea Salt Mist. This was part of the Bring Back My Bar collection from July of 2024. Wasn't really on my radar. My sister-in-law brought it to my attention, says, oh, my brother-in-law loved it. I said, let me give it another try. I actually added it to my club just for my family. And I ended up loving it. And my family never got any of it. They also haven't asked, to be fair. But I don't know that they'd get it now if they did ask, because I really love this one. It's just the softest, best smell for the summer. So if you see this, if Scentsy ever has it in the clearance section, if they ever have it in a sale, I know that in November, they did a special where they brought like 300 bars back that were only for Scentsy Club subscribers. Get this and thank me later. This scent is amazing. One more time, it's Sea Salt Mist. There we go. Okay. I love Sea Salt Mist. Okay, there's another Cocoa Cashmere. Remember, I told you that there would probably be another one. All right, here's White Sands. This is one, this was it was either in a sale or it was part of the Bring Back My Bar that was only for Scentsy Club subscribers in November. Okay, right here in this shell, my first reaction is like, I don't know why I tried it. However, this one is a perfect example of maybe you don't like it in the bar, in the shell, but once it starts warming, you're like, ooh, I like that one. So I'm going to have to double check, and I hope I didn't react in too much haste and remove this from my club because I really like it. Okay, Frosted Eucalyptus. Okay, this one also not available, but it was part of the Christmas scents, seasonal scents. It did go away after at the end of December. I loved this one. It's one that I wasn't sure about. I didn't give it its due try last year. It is just the most amazing fresh scent that I was so pleasantly surprised about. And I'm so sad that I didn't have the forethought to go in and grab some, or at least get it in my Scentsy Club so I could keep getting it. So know that Scentsy Club is this amazing, amazing subscription service offered by Scentsy. I've done plenty of videos on my clubs. Please go watch them so that you know what club is. It offers lots of perks. One of the best perks is the Always Get My Bar, which means as long as you get that bar added to your club before it leaves the website, Scentsy will keep making it for you. Okay. This is the Mandalorian Air of Adventure. This was another one that pleasantly surprised me. Love that one. Okay. Keep on Blooming. This one actually was, I think it was my last bar. This was the scent of the month for April, I believe. I don't think it was May. It was in the spring. This is one that I just was like, I'm not so sure when it came out. It smelled, I loved it in the pod, but the wax bar just kind of wasn't giving me the same vibes. And then I kind of put it to the side and I thought, let me give this one more try just recently, actually over my winter break. And I'm so sad that I'm pretty sure I did not keep this in my club. I may have kept it in my quarterly club, but right now I feel like I took it out. And fingers are tightly crossed that Scentsy brings this back with the spring and summer collection that will launch March 1st. I will know what scents will be available to purchase with the spring and summer collection at the end of this month. February 1st, I will know for sure. So stay tuned for a video. All right, Cashmere and Corduroy. Okay, this is absolutely one of my favorites. This was part of fall and winter last year, so 2024 fall and winter. It's been around for a while. And it's also one that I was just like, I don't know about because it was fairly subtle. And then kind of end of January last year, I was like, ooh, I really like this one. So I got it in my club. Thank goodness I did because it did not return this year. So there we go. That's another Bring Back My Bar, or I'm sorry, Always Get My Bar perk that Scentsy offers if you have a Scentsy Club subscription. All right, there's another Sea Salt Mist. Remember how much I love that one. It's in my Scentsy Club. And another Lemon Sugar and Sage. Oh, this one's amazing, you guys. Okay, this is the Disney. Remember that it's Disney Spellbound Symphony. It was available with the Fantasia warmer that Scentsy came out with in December. It's already, it sold out quickly, but it's already been removed from the website. This is an amazing scent. Unfortunately, I did not get it added to my club in time, but it's such a nice, fresh, clean scent. I love it. Okay, Snowed in Flannel. I know I have another one of these. I've been warming this one in my classroom. Gotten so many compliments on it. It's already left the website too, and I wasn't even aware that it left. I remember reading the list and I somehow missed this list of what was leaving, so I missed out on buying a few before they left. Shame on me for not double checking. No, shame on me for not paying better attention. There's another Sunshine Mango and Jammy Time. This one went in my air quad upstairs. This one, people love this one. I like it. I'm just not sure I understand the hype of it. But it's still a nice scent. It's very soft, very clean. Smells a lot like fresh laundry. Still a good scent. All right, here's Cinderella. I love this one. I will often put this in my daughter's room. Oh, listen, if you're a Disney fan, you got to try this. Even if you're not a Disney fan, this one is a very nice, soft, powdery, kind of musky scent. It's amazing. You will not be disappointed with that one. If you're a fan of that kind of scent. Now, if you don't like that kind of scent, you will be disappointed. Okay. Mojito Mambo. Guys, this one is the most nostalgic scent for me. It was part of the Let's Dance collection that came out late in the summer. So in August. I don't remember the exact date. I just remember it was August. Actually, it could have been the end of July, but it was late summer. All of the scents in the collection were great scents, but this one is in my Scentsy Club. It will stay in my Scentsy Club. This is another one that Scentsy's going to have to say, we're done with it. You're not getting it anymore. Because it reminds me of gum in my grandmother's purse. Love Mojito Mambo. Love it. Okay. Woodland Meadow. If you've watched enough of my videos, you know that this is absolutely a favorite of mine. It smells like a crisp meadow with amazing, wonderful, crisp, fresh air. It was part of the spring and summer collection of 2024. When it left the website, they did not bring it back last year with the spring and summer of 2025, but it's been in my Scentsy Club. So I've been getting a bar every month. I will always get a bar of Woodland Meadow. All right, there's another cashmere and corduroy. Can you tell I love that one? Apple Harvest Dreams. In the quad, Apple Harvest Dreams. This one was new this year. It's the best apple smell. And obviously I loved it because I'm using it and it's not even fall anymore. You watched my videos last year. I was very much ready for warm weather, and it was this time last year that I was scrounging around talking to other consultants, trying to find some of these nice summer scents, and it got me through to March. I haven't quite been on that path yet. I don't feel like it's been as cold this year. The wind hasn't been as cold this year as it was last year. All right, Luna. Love Luna. Scentsy. This is one of Scentsy's best-selling scents. So Luna is almost always available. I have yet to see something or a time that Luna was not available in some fashion in multiple products. Luna actually is in the floral family, but I don't get floral from it. But jasmine is one of the notes in Luna, but this is the most amazing fresh smell. To me, it smells very clean. I love Luna. Love Luna. I actually get one of the wax bricks in Luna. So Luna's kind of like my bedroom scent. And there is another Luna. I'm almost out of Luna pods. Okay. Thunderstorm. This is another amazing scent. It was part of the Bring Back My Bar collection. Love the Thunderstorm. It was part of the Bring Back My Bar collection that came out last January. So January of 2025. It was part of the collection. I did get it in my Scentsy Club. So Thunderstorm's no longer available on the website. But it smells like the air after a rainstorm in the summer. I absolutely love Thunderstorm. Okay, and last but not least, and this is actually my last bar, I unfortunately took it out of my club thinking, oh, I'll be okay. So don't ever take it. Don't ever think that. It is the Ratatouille Bon Appetit scent. It smells like fresh marinara. And now, granted, I don't want to smell it a lot, but I put a couple cubes in a warmer in my kitchen, and it's just the most heavenly smell. It's such a nice smell. But I'll put a couple cubes and then I'll wait a week and add a couple more cubes. So this one actually lasted me. I love this scent. I'm going to have to find some more. I really hope they bring back the Ratatouille collection, or at least make this bar available, because I got to get it back in my club. I'm so sad that I took it out. Bon Appetit's the name of it. Okay. That is everything that I've been wearing, but there's one thing that I always forget to talk about in these videos, and they need to be talked about. Okay. They are the cotton cleanups. Here they come. They come in two sizes. Here's the small one. It's $6. Here is the large one. It is $10. You get 25 of each. Okay. These things are like Scentsy tampons. Totally got that from one of my customers. She actually was texting me to place an order for her. And I remember she said, and throw on some of those Scentsy tampons. I need them. And you guys, that is exactly how these work. They just absorb that wax so fast. And it's actually fun to watch. But you'll see like the small size, there's small right there. The small size actually absorbs a good 2 cubes. It'll get most of a third one, but don't expect to get any more than that. It really is not going to absorb the entire third cube. Sometimes you get a surprise, but it will definitely get 2. It's perfect for smaller warmer. The mini warmers, it's perfect for. Here's one little tip too, especially if you're a person that'll just drop 1 cube in. You can take this, absorb like 1 cube, and then move it over to another cube and try to absorb that up, absorb that one with this is, and I'm saying try. I have tried. I've seen it work. So it's not something you can save and use like 2 or 3 days later, but you can use it instead of going around and dropping them all, you know, filling up each warmer with 1 cotton cleanup. Just drop 1 in, let it absorb, and then drop it in another one, let it finish so it fully absorbs. So you basically, you're getting your money's worth. So, and then these large ones, same thing. I've done this multiple times. I've noticed I'll drop 1 in a warmer, walk away from it, come back 5 minutes later, completely absorb that wax. And then I'll pick it up and go drop it in another one. Yes, it can be a little time consuming. Do it while you're cooking dinner or something. So, you know, set yourself a timer on your phone. I have a million timers on my phone. Okay, now these large ones, they'll get 4 cubes. I am someone that will tend to put 4 cubes in most of my warmers. I just want I want to smell my wax. And so I'll kind of go overboard, but I kind of have access to wax a lot. And a lot of times if the customer says, can you order this for me? I will absolutely order for you. And then I'll throw a couple things on for myself, especially for local customers, because I'll have it shipped to me and then I'll deliver. Because one of the things I do for most of my local customers is I don't charge them shipping, but when I do that, I don't order like, I'm not placing individual orders. I'll order like on Monday, or maybe they text me on Tuesday and I'll say, well, on Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to place an order. So are you okay with waiting a few days before I order? Most people are okay. Some are not, and that's okay. But the large ones will absorb easily 4 cubes of wax. Sometimes I've gotten a little more out of that, but they tend to be different sizes, not a huge difference in the size. But sometimes it seems, and it could be totally in my head, sometimes it seems that one's a little fatter and has a little more cotton on it. That's just me, totally me, not Scentsy, hasn't said that. That's just what I have learned from my own experience and using these in the last 2 years. Okay, you guys, that is everything that I have been warming. This has been closer to 2 weeks probably since I've made one of these videos. So thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I know this one's longer than normal. So thank you for hanging in there with me. Please click like and subscribe. Please leave me a comment. One of the things I'm doing in the new year, we'll do this all year long. I am randomly picking a person that does leave a comment and asking them to send me an email with your name and address so that I can send you a little Scentsy happy for commenting and watching my videos. So you will make it a message from me and I will put my email on there. It is rebecca.grooms@outlook.com. So feel free to reach out to me, ask me any questions using that email address, but I will also ask you to send me your email. I can't message you on YouTube. So be on the lookout. You may be one of the lucky winners if you leave a comment, and any comment, unless it's a mean comment, because I'm not going to pick you. But you can leave a mean comment if you want to. I'm just not going to pick you. You're not going to get anything if you're going to be mean. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to click like and subscribe. Head over to Facebook and follow me on my page, Rebecca Grooms, Independent Scentsy Consultant. On TikTok, I am sense_with_Rebecca. And on Instagram, sense.with.Rebecca. Thanks so much for watching. And until next time, happy smelling. Bye.